One Portal. I am Mr. Coffee, joined as always by Casper.
Did you just forget my name? You sound like you're trying
No,
to
no, I'm
remember like
playing Dead. I'm literally. You just started up the recording, and I'm literally playing Dead by Daylight. So
you was like I am here with
yeah, it's like
Casper.
very mechanical. I'm running from killers.
Are
I'm
you
sorry.
running this with someone else, motherfucker?
No,
Are you
absolutely
cheating
not.
on me?
Are you
Uh,
cheating? On me?
Ironically.
Uh, but I actually wanted to talk about PS5 and Path. I don't know. I'm interested. Do you think controller is in a good enough place to market the game on a console like that?
All right. So disclaimer, PSA for those of you listening. Uh, please hit a button. Thank you so much for those of you who did hit a button. For the remainder of the show, I will be shitting on consoles for like literally the next hour. If you are not interested in hearing me shit on consoles, uh,
Stay anyway.
just fair warning. All
Stay
right.
anyway. Get insulted and be mad
So I'll
for
answer your
some fuck.
first question. I think Path is actually in a okay. On a scale 1 to 10, is at an 8, and we all know that a 7 and 8 is wife material, right? You meet a woman who's like 7, 8, you're like, I can, wife material, right?
Fair.
So the game is about a 7, 8. Now, is it perfect? No, it has a lot of little quirks. I've gotten used to those quirks, like a good wife, right? You just deal with it, suffer through it, and just what, it works, right? And out of all the games I've played with controller, uh, like schemes, Path is one of the most advanced games, yet still is fully playable with controller. And I have to give that to them. Like, I was trying to play Torchlight with a controller. I didn't see that option anywhere. Imagine it like navigating those sub menus.
I didn't even try. Yeah. Well, no, because no, well, yeah, I did try actually a little bit.
I
But
tried to.
what I ended up finding out is that it just makes you use the deep or the analog stick as a cursor.
Oh no.
Yeah, so you're like moving the shit around.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about maybe that Path would benefit from that, but after using it for several leagues, the way it is, it's in a good spot. I don't think it needs cursor. You could probably add, but no, it has the quick hotkey combo, which is like to push it from one sub window to another sub window instantly. So it's not it's not completely. If you use the D-pad, I mean, it just shifts it over. Um, so it's not in a completely again 8. Um, and again, a lot of other games out there that's as complicated as Path do not have controller access, with the exception of Last Epic. I don't remember. I don't think I technically tried, and I think I might load up Last Epic just to give it a whirl on controller, just to give it a fair assessment. Because then I sit here, I'm thinking about it like, and I never tried D4 on controller, so I don't know what their
Well,
setup
I
is.
haven't tried D4 in fucking general. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't know what they, I really don't know, so I can't speak on that. But from any other game I've played so far, even like non-ARPG games, like some of their controllers schemes are not that great. It's not that fun, not that. But to play a game like Path, it's tolerable. It's like, okay, I could do this. I could run 10 maps without issue. Don't get me wrong, picking up stuff still needs a lot of work. Um, like engaging mechanics needs a lot of work, right? But other than that, I think with the changes that they brought out this league and some of the changes they've been adding, like for loot collection, they're heading in the right direction. Um, which that gives me yeah, at least they're not ignoring it. You know what I mean? Like, there's some games that you could wait years before you see updates when it comes to stuff like this.
True.
But 3 months, and then you got changes. So, you know, can't complain when it comes to that. Your second question was about PlayStation 5. All right. Before I answer that question, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Did you see the launch of PS5 Pro?
Not like paid attention to it. I heard about it. I heard the fact that it happened.
All right. What do you know about it?
Nothing really. I'm
Okay.
not like a console
Great.
person.
Great. That makes me happy. Because if you knew something about it, I would have probably stopped being your friend. Because that means you're paying
Why?
attention to consoles, and I don't do consoles. All right. That means you're like paying. It's like no, stop it, stop it.
Okay, fair.
It's like one of
But
our friends that that thing that he hates so much, seasoning. Um. So okay. So just Spark Notes. They just dropped the PS5 Pro, right? Big reveal. Oh my God! Look, it got three stripes instead of two and one, and it does 1080. Poop, poop, poop. It doesn't do. It does a little more than 1080, but it has no more mechanics. But it's the same fucking product. Like
yeah,
they just
there's
gave it
always
some
been
bells
one.
and whistles, and literally are charging a
But
little.
that was basically the difference between the 360 and the 360 Elite. I don't know why you're upset.
I don't know. I'm not upset. I'm not upset about it. I don't give a fuck. But I'm just letting you. I'm just doing a spark notes about the
You
whole
just
hoopla about PS5
sound
Pro. Okay.
you sound upset.
Because
I'm just saying,
I,
someone who's
I
I'm
no, I
upset.
am. I am upset. I think anytime the topic consoles come up, I become irrationally upset. Which is why I gave that PSA. I don't know why I'm upset. I grew up on Nintendo. I grew up on PlayStation, right?
Yeah,
I even grew up on PlayStation 2, Nintendo 64, and Atari, right? I didn't have an Atari. That was like a pass me hand me down, but I got to play it. Great
fair.
consoles. And that was like the Eden of gaming, right? And then the smart scientist said, "Oh, we could. This is basically a computer. We can just do all of this on a computer, right?" And then
Yeah,
somehow, not everyone got the same memo. Somehow, everyone said, "Well, no, we want to keep using fax machines." And the reason I bring this up is because my son's about to go to school, and one of the schools just said, "Can you fax us this form?" And I almost chose not to let my son go to that school, even though it's a good school. It was the fact that they asked me to fax him something. And I was like, "Wait, what? You guys got a fax machine? You want me to? Where do I get a fax machine nowadays?"
I just take that shit to Kinkos.
But it's the fact that there's a facility out there right now educating that's going to educate my son that uses a fax machine.
Yo, to be completely honest, I don't want the person teaching my kid math to fucking use a calculator. Like,
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I didn't think about that.
just
I didn't think.
saying.
But a basic calculator, just a calculator. It's not that bad. I'm
No,
not
fuck
talking about a
no. I
scientific
want
one.
him to understand. No, no, no. That's how you end up with that one guy that's like on fucking TV all the time talking about one times one is not fucking or one plus one is not two. Like, nah, dude. No,
Oh,
no.
flat earthers and all that. Core
Just
math.
need we need
Um,
normal people to teach kids math so they understand that
fair
one
enough.
of one something
Fair,
and another of one something
fair
equals
enough.
two of some things. Like,
But that's how I feel about consoles, right? So we like we took this diversion. It's the same product though. You gotta understand like the way silicon works, computers and all that stuff.
not
It's the same.
really.
What do you mean it's not really?
I will actually tell you why.
Okay.
I think
So
consoles
in
are
my
still
opinion, it's all the same shit, right? It's we're looking
yeah.
at the only
That's,
difference
that's
we're talking about is operation systems.
No, that's because you understand it. You're looking at this from the wrong. You're looking at this from an experienced path player. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. You're someone who's used a computer all your life. What the fuck does CPU i7 8600 mean? To me, jack shit. To you, something. To a PS5 buyer, who the fuck cares? I just wanted to play Madden. I understand when you're looking at a PS5 and you're sitting there and you're wondering, do I need the Pro, the 200 and something gig, or the 1 terabyte? Those are your three options. When you're sitting there building a fucking PC or trying to buy a pre-built, the bro, no, it's not the same. There's a level of know-how that has to go from buying a decent PC that's not just going to be a piece of shit a month after you open it out of the box.
This is this argument is the same as buying a car. I'll preface this. There's a difference between buying a good, decent car and buying a basic piece of shit.
Knowing what you need for these things, because half the people don't understand the difference between the architecture of Intel and the fucking Radeons.
Yeah, fair enough. They don't.
So
But
they look
would it be
at things.
hard to learn? Would it be hard to learn?
Most people tell me, how much time to learn extra shit do you have while you're working?
I'm not asking about a single mom to learn this.
No, I'm talking about any fucking buddy.
I
How much?
expect any kid. I
How
expect
much?
any kid.
Kids are not fair. They have nothing but time in school on their hands.
That's the point. Yet some of these kids grow up to be adults and still choose consoles.
Because they don't care. They're not trying to learn what an 8600K versus a normal 8600 is. They're not trying to sit there at the point where you're now
Fair enough.
doing the rigmarole of what you're doing, because
Fair
you're like,
enough.
upgrade? Had I waited a little bit to upgrade, I would have gotten a better thing. Should I still wait?
Okay.
Who the fuck cares? They just want to
So
buy a
then,
PS5.
okay,
Wait
I'm fine with that. Then shut the fuck up about the PS Pro being a gimmick. Because these are the same assholes that will go up on Instagram, Facebook, and social media and talk about all this bullshit, but they've been lifelong, from kids to adult, console players or PlayStation fuckboys or Xbox fuckboys. That's what they've been doing this whole time, playing Madden, 2K, whatever the fuck, playing all these stupid games. I don't want to say stupid games, but playing their choice of video games on these platforms. Yet don't want to take a second to realize they've been had from a very early age. They just choose to be ignorant, so now they're complaining about it.
bro, that's like everything though. Like that this applies to more than just video games. This applies
Of
to the fucking
course,
used,
yeah.
not even
Like
used car market.
again,
Uh,
the reason I brought up the car example is because I noticed there were cars, right? Like I remember my mom bought some one a while ago. She bought a Kia Spectre,
Spectra, something
Spectra.
like that.
Bro, that car was such dog shit.
Yeah, it's a Kia.
I didn't want to shit on Kia, right? They might sponsor us.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. If Kia fucking offered to fucking sponsor, I tell them to fuck off.
Uh, you'd be surprised. They'd be like, they offer you a certain amount of money. I'm like, oh, how much ads we gotta do?
At that
Ah,
point, I would literally just get the email, show that shit to Ford, and be like, "Look who's trying to scope on this before you."
that's not bad.
Like,
That's not a bad idea.
like I would not take a sponsorship from Kia. I don't give a fuck, dude. That's terrible. They make awful cars.
And in semi, most semi to anyone who's owned a car before, eventually learns stay the fuck away from Kia, right?
Unless you're broke,
Unless you're broke.
and,
But even then,
and
most
you
Kias
can
right now,
afford.
you go to the dealership. Most Kias cost as much, if not more, than some of the other ones.
Right, but we're talking. Well, I'm talking normally, like for broke people. Who the fuck broke is going to a dealership to buy a fucking car?
Well, I mean, used dealerships.
So you can go and find a fucking Kia for like a 2006 for like 2 grand online, bro.
Well, I mean, from like Joe Blow.
Yeah,
Yeah, fair
but
enough. But I'm
business. What is
thinking,
I don't know. I
Like used dealerships, they
as a
have
matter of
like
fact, this also kind of leads me into the next point that I was gonna have is I don't like people going to dealerships to buy cars. There's a lot of who take care of their cars and sell their cars when they're getting a new one or sell their cars for plethora of reasons, and you can go out there and you can buy a car. No one can take that shit from you. If you hit a hard time, that shit's yours. The thing is instead of complaining about that or bringing it to the I take all of my family and fucking help them find their car on in the private sale market.
yeah.
I Because I
It's
care
not a bad
about it,
idea though.
I make the right choice to just be like, you know what, fuck it. No, I'll do this for you. It's not that hard. You just have to know what you're looking for. I'm an
Yeah.
ex mechanic. You know what I mean? It's just that kind of thing. And
People are
for everybody,
terrified though. People are just generally terrified doing it.
of course, and I understand. That's why I don't judge
It's
it.
like
I'm not
it's
gonna
like
sit there
weird drug deals that you feel like you're doing.
and I'm not trying to educate someone. I'll just do it for them because I know it's a lost art. My dad taught me how to haggle for cars a long time ago. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
just an
even I
art.
don't think I've been brave enough to do it.
Like dude, every car I've ever bought has lasted longer than 6 or 7 years and has been from the used car market. I buy
I've
good.
never bought a new
I
car.
I have bought one new car, and you know it's funny. Like 4 months into owning that shit, fucking random stuff has started happening. I'm not gonna say who it is because I still respect the company, kinda.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought a used Acura from a dealer, and then I bought a used Honda from a dealer. But it was New York is a weird place. Not different. Um, like you're more likely to find a car you're looking for specifically in the model, year, mileage, and all that stuff from a dealer.
Right.
And
That's everywhere.
so
Like that's literally anything. But the used car market is usually not about finding the car that you're looking for unless you have a long period of time that you don't mind not having that car. If you do like for instance, right? Say you wanted a 2005 Audi TT. There's not very many of them fucking floating around. Some of them are pretty fucking rare, and finding a good one in good condition is going to be hard.
Quattro.
But someone will find one, or someone will sell one eventually. So if you're willing to wait a year to find that car at the price that you want with the mileage you want, you can. It's just about it's again one of the like convenience factors of something. But
Right.
if you're sitting there and you're like, I got 3 grand and I need a car, don't give that shit to a dealer. Just go buy a car.
Yeah, if you don't care what kind of car, yeah, definitely.
Like and most of the cars like I'll
Just don't
sit
buy a
there, I'll
Kia.
look buy a Kia. But I'll look for, used cars under a certain price and just go through, find what's there
A
in my area.
200,000 mile Toyota will be better than a like 20,000 mile Kia.
Yeah, those Kias, dude, they're just not
These
very good.
fucking terrible cars, bro. Terrible car. I mean, again, this was 10, 12 years ago, but I don't know what the hell their cars look like now. But that
So
experience has tainted everything I know about Kias.
so I'll tell you the experience that I had that tainted it was I went to a dealership to go and test drive one of the new Optimas when they just came out with that line. And I was really curious about it because they're like, it's a sports car, da, 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 da. And I was like, all right, I know that dealers usually get one car a little early, and the dealer will drive around in it or send it for test drive. So I was like, I want the one that's broken in. I like the highest mileage one that you have. And they're just like, oh, okay, cool. I get in, I take it for a relatively normal test drive, and with like one good acceleration in there, I get out of the car and I smell clutch. And it's an automatic, by the way. So you
Ooh,
can't sit here and be like, "Oh, you don't know how to drive." Nah, that I have done nothing but drive stick shifts all my life. I've never gotten out of a car after driving it hard and smelt clutch. That shit is bad. And
damn.
I think this thing had like 16,000 miles on it or some shit by the time I went and it did it, and it was just there should have been no reason
Yeah,
for that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's just like, and I remember getting out, smelling it, and started laughing. And the guy that was giving me the test drive was like, "What?" And I was just like, "Dude, these things are fucking pieces of shit." Like, and he's like, "Well, you drove it pretty hard." I was like, "No, I didn't. The fuck are you talking about?" Like,
I went 0 to 60. What are you talking about?
Terrible, bro. Terrible.
The
Like
road
shit,
speed, the speed limit is 40. You can't go above that. The stock
like I
car not
went
made for that.
I went and I test drove what was it? The Subaru BRZ when those came out. Oh my god, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I got the coolest fucking person for my test drive and I test drove the fuck out of that
I think that
car.
was a,
And
I
when
think
I
that was a,
got out of it, it smelled perfect.
I,
Everything was fine.
I think that was a joke from Top Gear.
What?
I'm not too familiar with that TV show. I know it's a very popular TV show, but I do recall a joke that Jeremy said on there. It was like he don't know why cars ever have more than um like 50 miles an hour markers. Like why they even
Right.
make cars that go more than 50 miles an hour when you can never drive a car more than 50 miles an hour in any city, county, anywhere, anywhere where there's civilization.
Well, my city has 70 mile per hour highways. Texas has 70 mile per hour highways. The autobahn is uncapped.
Okay, so
You
the
know,
Autobahn, with the exception of Autobahn, and it's still okay, you can still make the argument, why do we make a car go faster than 80 miles an hour? You have
because
cars
it
in the market
sells.
right now that go all the way up to like 300 miles an hour.
No.
No, no, like they have the number on the little thingy. I don't know shit about this though. They just
Oh,
have the
they,
number on the thingy so it can go up there. But it's like I like sensibly I can't do this on a like he was on I think this was in Britain. I can't go ever that fast. I'm gonna die. Or I'm gonna kill 80 people in where he was at.
yeah. But the thing is first of all, so this actually all leads back to things like NASCAR, Formula One, where all the car companies are competing amongst themselves to show who's better. Is the fact
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
every
Ferrari versus Lamborghini.
yeah, everybody wants to buy a fucking basically a decommissioned fucking race car. Why? Because they're fucking cool and they're fast and they see them on TV and they sound really awesome
And the
and
commercials always tell them like it's like it has 400 horsepower. No one knows the fuck that means. To like, ooh, 400. Ooh.
so but the thing is those numbers sell.
Oh, of course. That's what
So,
every car
right,
commercial ever is the same format for the last
but
80 years.
my that's my whole point is the reason they do it is because it sells, and that's the reason there's the above the 100 something mark, because even if you don't take it above 100, right, you as a car owner who bought that thing because you know it's fast will have more, like it's just it adds a little bit of attachment and be like, yeah, my car can do that. Bro, everybody's trying to one up somebody else.
Jeep
Like
commercials
it's
are always the funniest for me.
who?
Jeep.
Oh,
Because
why?
Jeep commercials, every car, every Jeep car, they always push them through like the mountain range.
Hmm.
No matter
But they
what
always
car it is, they just always have this like mountain range of like obstacle course, and they always put the disclaimer at the bottom. The car you're looking at is custom fitted to perform the acts that you see.
yeah,
Stock models will not be able to do. It's like it's very tiny. You need a like
they
you need a
call it the fine.
microscope. But they always have like these jeeps like poo poo like going through mountain muds and all this crazy shit. And it's just like because they want to push a narrative that jeeps are like super off road, and it's just like no, bro. Like unless you get it custom fitted to do that, good luck running through a puddle. You're gonna hydroplane and die.
Well, to be fair, a fucking Jeep is better off road than say a fucking Honda Odyssey.
Well, a
You,
specific jeep, a specific
no,
jeep.
no, no. You're again. You're looking at
I would
the
have that argument
no,
with
no.
you.
You're looking at the extreme, and you're trying to attribute the extreme to the normal, and it's not the same. A Honda Odyssey is not better off road than any Jeep off the lot. It's not the way
I
the
don't know.
car
Do
was
Jeep make
built.
sedans? No, right? Jeep
Not
don't make
really, no.
sedans.
But
I was gonna say,
no,
what about
but
a sedan? But I'm like, oh yeah, I don't think they make sedans.
no, but Honda makes CRVs. Honda may, you know what I
I
mean?
would
Like
trust
I'm
CRV
telling
with anything other than a goddamn street.
right, but that's my point. That's literally my point. The point is a Jeep base model Jeep is better for off-roading than most base model whatever the fuck you're gonna pull out. Unless you're gonna go with something 3 times the fucking cost and say Land Rover.
Land
Because
Rovers are
even
good car.
those, like,
Land
don't
Rovers
get
are
me
good fucking
wrong,
cars.
right, but they're not infallible.
No, they're not. They're not. But they're good
There,
fucking.
there's a limit to everything.
They could take a
And the
beating.
thing is, if you sit there and go, well, those can't go through the biggest of bogs, that doesn't mean that the son of a bitch can't handle a dirt road better than a fucking suburban.
Oh gosh.
Because but that's my you're catching my drift, right?
I'm just thinking about it.
They
I haven't even
are
seen a suburban in decades.
how maybe it's just where I live. I see suburbans every day.
No, not a New York car. Not a New York car.
But it's one of those things where like
I seen a wild
the
Escalade.
a Honda fucking Civic Type R is gonna be a little more sporty than a Kia Soul. So they market the sportiness of it. Yes, they may exaggerate the level that it's at because that's what commercials do. That's what all things do. They exaggerate. And if you're silly enough to fucking, look at the cheeseburger on the fucking menu and be like, "Why doesn't my cheeseburger look like that?" then you're a fucking moron. Like like it's just
I
not
am
the
a
way the
moron
world.
because I do compare the cheeseburger the way it looks.
Oh my god, bro. Get the fuck out of
I don't
here.
know, bro. If I pay for a cheeseburger, but it looks similar. I
No.
don't have to look the same because I know the stuff in the pictures are not actual food. But you better try. Like I give extra points with the cook trying to make it look like at least half decent.
You know what? They get extra points, but they don't lose points for not. They're being paid minimum fucking wage
I don't
not to
know,
sit there and
bro. I don't know, bro. You put that much
go,
ketchup on my burger and it
bro, do
spills
you
out the
know,
burger and it's all over the like the bun. Nah, bro. I'm taking points off. Chill. No.
we're not talking about that. You're sitting here
We're
again.
supposed to be
You're
playing. We were supposed to be talking about PlayStation. We're talking about every car brand under the
yeah,
sun.
yeah, right. But now, no, now because you keep saying silly shit.
Because I'm not trying to talk about goddamn consoles. Stupid shit.
But it's so this is the thing, right? If that was a 5-star chef, you look at that photo in that fucking picture. It took like 12 hours to fucking get that photo.
Well,
Number
no.
two,
So,
the kid behind the grill is fucking making minimum wage, doesn't know shit, probably worked a fucking double shift.
well,
As long as my McDonald's burger is edible,
the truth
fuck
is, the truth is though, every food product that you see on a commercial or on a picture is not real food.
no, it's not.
They use plastic glue. They
Yeah, yeah,
use other shit to make emulate that look. That's why they look so
yeah,
fucking crazy looking.
yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
know that fact. I'm not expecting to get that. But one of the things that always fascinates me, Burger King burgers. We need to get back on track when it comes after this. But I'm always amazed.
Silly, and then demand that we get back on track, so I won't be able to
I'm
respond.
always amazed by how near perfect a Burger King burger is. Like the stacks, right? It looks a little sloppy. It looks like it went through a train wreck. But when you hold it up against your face, you're like, close enough. I'm always amazed by that. A lot of other burger joints can't get that layering right, the meatiness, the lettuce busting out the side, like the commercials.
You see, but I hate that.
But
I
but it looks
when
it
I
looks like
order
the
a
commercial. It
hamburger,
looks it, it looks very similar.
when I order a
I
hamburger,
still
I'm
take
not
the
paying.
lettuce out, but you know what I mean? Yeah.
See, that's part of my fucking problem. You see, because like for instance, right, In and Out.
Probably don't.
I go to In and Out all the time. You probably haven't experienced the glory that it is.
No,
That it
I have
is.
no. In and out is not New York.
I know,
Or the
I
East
know,
Coast,
so
for that matter.
I know, but it hurts my feelings to know that you guys are denied fucking simple pleasures. But their burgers are slightly different than their thing, but they still look good. They still taste amazing. I've had good looking fucking McDonald's burgers that are all right. I've had good looking fucking Carl's Jr. burgers. It's one of those things where it's the chef, and
The
each time the cook is doing something, bro, I don't know. If the thing is edible and it tastes all right, fuck it. I don't really care. The shit that I make at home does taste like looks like garbage.
the
Tastes
only
great.
burger from McDonald's that have ever impressed me
Impressed? I'm not going to McDonald's
I'm
to
just
be
saying. I'm
impressed.
just saying. The only burger that I've seen, like, I was like, this is a fucking burger, right? It was the Angus.
Yeah, no, man. I don't know what fantasy land you guys that people like you are fucking putting yourselves in, where you expect McDonald's to
Bro,
fucking have this fucking beautiful picture of or a thing that you would call a quintessential burger. It's fucking
it was
McDonald's.
impressive. I didn't say it was quintessential. I was it was impressive. That was the only burger that I ever got from like that I got from McDonald's. Like, okay, you motherfuckers is trying, right? That I'm just saying that. That's all I'm saying. I was impressed by. It. I was like, okay,
Go
why you
to an
guys trying so hard? Like, what the fuck's going on here?
go to an actual place to get good fucking burgers if you want a good burger. If you're fucking low on time and just want to eat some fucking shit that tastes okay, go get McDonald's.
Okay,
It's probably not.
yeah, and I'm agreeing with you. All I'm saying is that the only burger from McDonald's that ever impressed me, meaning like I actually had to take a second to look at it, like, whoa, what the fuck? Tastes good, looks great, fucking a lot of meat, like, and it kept asking in my head. I'm just like, why the fuck are you guys trying so hard? You guys are McDonald's, like, you just do what you do. Like, you don't have to like prove like you're the best
No,
burger
because
place.
then when they don't ever do that, they get people like you that are just, why doesn't this look like the
Nah,
fucking
bro.
picture?
Nah, bro. McDonald's is reliable, bro. McDonald's is reliable. This is why they have the most fucking expensive ass goddamn menus of all fast foods.
Yeah, I know, it's sad. I just want some fucking fries and they want to charge me $5. Get the fuck out
Yeah,
of here.
bro. Yeah. Have you ever looked at the charts of like the last 10 years price? You know, McDonald's is like 300% more than anywhere else.
The thing that really makes me laugh about it is they charge you the most for the least expensive thing that they buy.
Everything.
Pot- Potatoes don't cost shit, bro.
Yeah. And like, yo, you want some crack? No, you're gonna pay.
You see, that's why I don't. The only place I'll get fries really is In
Don't
and
say
Out.
Wendy's. Don't say Wendy's. I will
I
stop being
didn't.
your friend.
I said In and Out. I like
Okay.
Wendy's. You can suck a dick.
No, I like Wendy's too, but I don't know what the fuck they're doing with their fries. They need to
They're whatever.
the fucking just stop. No one wants fucking skin. Stop being so lazy and peel them shits.
Oh no, you can suck a dick on that. No.
They're always soggy. Always fucking soggy.
That sounds like a cook problem, and you started this conversation first with the skins of the potato. I am okay with potato skins. You can suck a dick. If
No, I'm
you don't
okay
like
with skins too if they're crispy, if they're cooked right. But if they're soggy, suck a
that,
soggy dick.
this this sounds like a cook problem.
Well, maybe New York cooks are shit. I don't know.
I'm thinking that. Like I'm not trying to
All
be a
right,
dick. I'm
all
thinking that
right.
because that
Northeast fast food joints. You've been put on
y'all gotta
notice.
step your goddamn game up,
It's
man. What
fucking.
the fuck? Like my homie's over here complaining about soggy fry. Do you know as a matter of fact, bro?
I always
I
taste my
rem
fries. I always taste my fries right as they come into the cart. I taste it, and I'm just like, fuck, it's fucking soggy. God damn it.
Yeah, no, that's awful. Bro, look at. I remember the last time I had soggy fries and where it came from. It came from a Jack in a Box, and it was at like 3 in the fucking morning. I know that guy in there didn't give a flying fuck. But on like a general whole, I almost never have that fucking happen.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Like
like I
that
think it's
makes
like whenever they like refry it because they want to warm it up or some shit. Because
I
it
don't
just
know.
feels it's weird for you. Like I don't know, PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Let's get back on topic. Let's get back to it. It's like
So
20
so
minutes into this motherfucker.
so back into the to my main point. I don't think people really care about learning what components they need for what the game they want to play, for future proofing and all this shit. Games that are released on PlayStation 5 will play for the PlayStation 5. You understand what I mean? There's a
Yeah, yeah,
level that
yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah, yeah.
not sacrificing. All the games play at the same, roughly the same frame rate, and roughly the same. Like, there's a reason and a purpose for them, and it's for people who don't give a shit. A PC, the way that you and I build them, are not an entry level thing. You have to know what you're
I don't
buying.
agree with you. I don't agree with you
No,
with that. I
I
don't agree with you.
don't. Do you know just because I'm relatively safe, I understand that 50% of this is my own mental fuck up. But do you know how many times I checked part PC Park Picker just to make sure? Because you sent me the list, you sent me, you're like, you should be fine. I triple, quadruple, fucking
No, no, no.
octuple.
That's not what I disagree with you on. I disagree with you on like the entry level cost of a PC.
No, 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 no. I'm not talking about cost.
Oh,
It's not entry level. Your knowledge base is not like, oh, I want to play fucking Skyrim. Let me buy a PlayStation to buy Skyrim because it's on there. No, you're sitting there and being like, well, do you want to run
can you
mods
do
on Skyrim?
mods on Skyrim on a
Right.
PlayStation or whatever?
Yes, they have a dedicated mod thing for Skyrim, yeah.
Okay.
But it's like it depends on what kind of mods, what how are you trying to mod it
You
to all
basic, yeah. You probably do basic mods, yeah.
but that's my whole point. Like it the level that you need to know what you're getting to not be disappointed or to overpay is too high
See, I
for
don't
a
ever
P.
expect a single mom who works two jobs to go through the process. I've always understood the reason why a single mom, because my mom, like, she would buy, she would have bought, she bought us Nintendo 64, she bought us PlayStation, and then PlayStation, and then my brother bought the PlayStation 2 when he got a little in college. Um, so I understood the ease of access for parents to just go in. This is what he plays GTA with. All right, boom, bow. That Christmas gift right there, bow. So as far as the marketplace, I understand the purpose for these machines, but I feel like it's holding us back. It's like the fax machine. It's holding us back. It's holding progression just for a
Nah,
dollar.
I think you're being hyperbolic. Like it's not.
I'll give you a good example. I got a good example, which you will agree. Ready?
Go ahead.
Final Fantasy.
What about it?
We can never play no goddamn PC.
I can.
We gotta wait like 2 years before it comes out.
Yeah, that's fair. But that's fucking life.
It's holding progress. It's
It is what
gating
it is.
platform specific titles. Why do we
Bro,
have that?
look at. I grew up in the console wars, bro. I It is not nearly as bad as it was.
Well,
I am
then you
great.
had the same trauma that I do of
Right, but
like FOMO of like, oh, but I can't. I need that console to play that game, but
but I
I
but that has never once been the case. Like how do I say this? Sorry. I misphrased that. It's more not the case for 90% of games now. Back when there was the PS2 and the
because
Xbox, that shit was every
because
other game.
PC Master Race took over and was like, fuck you consoles. We're gonna just unify everything, and we're gonna make this a badass gaming platform.
You know what, dude? You're sounding real fucking PC Nazi-ish right now, trying to exterminate all the fucking PS5 and Xbox users.
I'm just I'm I can't deny it. I can't deny it. It's just like I don't want everyone to spend $3,000 on a PC. I don't want that, right? I'm not saying that's what you should do. No, I'm not saying that. But an entry level PC would basically cost you the same in most cases than a like a PlayStation 5, right? Oh,
Yeah,
think about
fire.
whatever the price of a PlayStation when it first comes out,
Oh,
that would be a price for an entry level PC.
but what is the cost of the convenience of plugging it into the internet, plugging it into the wall, and the fucker just working?
Okay, you trade the convenience, right? You trade for convenience, but you get
Paying for.
satisfaction of your hard work. Mm,
Oh my god, about the
mm.
satisfaction. Oh, I'd get more
Bro,
satisfaction. Fixed everything
there's a
that
magic that happens when you turn your PC on for the first time and it boots up the post and it loads up Windows. You're like, I did it! Yeah!
bro. Look
It's
at
magic, bro.
as an ex mechanic, I understand you, but as an ex mechanic, just shut the fuck up. Like it's not that big a deal.
How did it feel
Everybody,
when you turn on your PC?
awesome. I was happy.
Exactly. What do you want that for everyone?
But the thing is no. What?
He's like, not everyone gets awesome. Fuck that.
Not everybody likes the same shit. Not everybody wants to put effort into the same areas. It's just
I
I I think the
I think you unveiled the beast that I am a master PC Nazi. I
I
think
just think
I'm
I
looking at
feel
myself
the
in the mirror like, oh my god, what have I become?
you see what you have to understand though, right? Is the moment that happens, you lose something else, and something else gains ground. It's not like the PC part makers like N fucking Video, who's been jacking up the fucking prices of fucking new graphics cards, who've been releasing more fucking graphics cards than ever with so little fucking actually being put into the cards nowadays. They're like, bro,
That bubble's
that
gonna burst soon.
that but that ends up becoming the norm.
Well, it
No, you have a
monopoly,
vac.
like U.S. monopoly. Yeah, yeah. It's a problem. It's a problem.
You
It's
you
definitely a
can't
problem.
just let that shit go rampant. We end up with way more fucking problems than
But
the
oh,
like.
hold on, wait. Let's rewind this just a little bit,
Okay,
just a little bit. It's not like consoles are immune to this shit because consoles use Nvidia cards, consoles use AMD cards, consoles even started trying to use Intel with that fucking Intel cards, and that went fucking south really quick, right? So it's not like they're immune to it. You're still contributing
no,
to that whole battle when you buy
but
consoles.
the thing is consoles still have a place for the situation that we haven't had. There aren't a
How if they're
subset
contributing to the same problem of Nvidia being the single chip seller for GPUs?
because they're having to behold to the fact that when you buy something in bulk, the prices have to change. You have to like actually work with those companies. There's always backroom deals and fucking small things that keep the cost to a fucking point where people are willing to pay.
That's not what
And
cares about.
bull,
This is how
no, but
Nvidia got to where they are right
oh,
now.
what Sony's about and what Xbox is about. They always boast about their numbers of fucking console sales. They don't want to price something to the point where nobody's gonna buy that shit. Almost every fucking time you go and see them release a new console at a lot of stores, the motherfuckers are sold out. And granted, yes, that is also from planned fucking shortages and things of that
Yeah,
nature. Not blind to that. But their numbers are always
they
in that place.
create so much artificial demand.
Not only that, but they have people who are picking the prices for understanding what people are willing to pay for a product.
I mean, I'm not saying that the marketing teams are not great. You know, they
Their
obviously
mar
got great marketing teams.
it's their math teams, the people who will go through their data, like that shit's incredible. Like the thing is you have to have that there where people could just buy something, make it work. The if Sony pulls out of buying a certain fucking chip, it's always bad for Nvidia or whoever the fuck chip is being pulled out of. So the companies are incentivized by other companies, and that's the fucking the thing that I don't know if anybody else has fucking realized. The people's thought on this usually doesn't mean it fucking jack shit, but another company that is a subsidiary or buys something from you has something to say. There's usually something that has to change, or
Well,
usually
this
they'll
is
be a bit more careful. It's about company to company, which is an Nvidia to
we
Sony or what the fuck.
we the master PC race. We thought that this was coming to an impasse when EVGA pulled out of the GPU market. We thought exactly what you're saying. We thought that when EVGA took a stand and said, "No, you know what? Fuck Nvidia. We're not fucking selling GPUs no more. We're just gonna sell other bullshit, other peripherals and stuff like that." When they did that, like a lot of typical master PC race people that follow this trend was like, oh shit, that this gonna be a big deal. But Nvidia didn't give a fuck, and it just kept fucking just steamrolling everything. And since then, EVGA has stopped selling, and then nothing has happened. So yeah,
You-
from what you're
Because
saying, it
if
could
you're sitting
happen, but then oftentimes nothing does happen.
if you're sitting there looking at a bus and the bus is out of control and you sit there, look at your body mass and your impact on the market and think I can stop that fucking bus and you jump in front of it and you end up run the fuck over, that's your fault.
I
That's
mean,
literally what
yes and no, but we're talking about a
they
bus. We're
I,
talking about a bus and maybe what's a little smaller than a bus? In a school bus, like a city bus and a like a big school bus.
but nobody else made the stand with them.
Yeah, no one else made the stand with it, so they were just slightly smaller than the transit bus. But EVGA had like 40% of the market when it comes to NVIDIA chips and selling. They had a huge number. So
You see,
when they
that
pulled
was
out, they were like,
like,
"Yo, this is 40% that pretty much that they was gonna lose." But all the other smaller companies, MSI, all Gigabyte, they just gobbled up the 40% that was up for grab, and then nothing ever
and
changed.
again, this comes to the fact that they really did misunderstand their own math. The thing is thinking that you're gonna pull out, and then thinking that that other people won't fill the void and be able to do what you do for that company. Like you have to
Yeah,
be doing something a little bit better.
yeah.
Like it's again, it's
I
this is
think it
a
was. I think it was a principal stand. I just didn't. I
it,
don't think they wanted to do business with Nvidia anymore.
that might be entirely the case. But if you wanted to continue to do business, then you have to change it in the boardroom. Do you know what I mean? You can't just do it via public outcry because, as we've all seen, public outcry very often means jack shit. They don't care. The only thing that'll actually fucking make a difference is when something actually hits their bottom line. And to hit a bottom line of a company like that, you have to think of more than just, oh, I'm just going to stop being your supplier or stop buying your shit.
Does this mean that?
Uh huh.
Does this mean that they're gonna have Path 2 on these platforms?
Probably.
Have they ever mentioned about crossplay?
I don't know, but I assume no.
I don't think that's crossplay now. No, they're on a different wavelength for their leagues.
Right. Yeah, so I imagine it would stay the same. Like because again, we're separate from the Chinese market.
Yeah,
So, I imagine that the difference would be there, but there's so many PlayStation owners.
I'm terrified for crossplay.
I'm not. It's whatever. I play a lot of games that have crossplay. And if you want to go and fucking play with one hand tied behind your back by playing on a fucking console with a controller, then that's on you.
I mean, the good news is that most of Path is somewhat of a single player game. Unless you're strategically joining with others to, party play, you know, you're not mandated to play in parties.
No, but if
So
you're
crossplay
in
won't have maybe not
softcore
have
trade,
that much of an impact.
but if you're in softcore trade, that like again,
True,
they would have to have
true.
like an advantage. Like, but I don't see an advantage that can come from playing. It's still Path. We're not. It's not the Chinese servers where all of a sudden fucking PS5 players get to buy a tabula.
Unless the what is it? What is the subscription base for PS?
PS Plus.
Yeah, unless they get some kind of incentive
Nah, I noticed that even fucking like D4 and shit stayed away from that shit early. And even then, if they
early.
integrated,
They're doing it now.
well, it might be. But with for Path, I don't see them doing that. If they do integrate crossplay, I assume that it would just be region based, the same as it is now. And
Ironically, this just occurred to me. I've been looking for PC parts, right? Because I want to upgrade. And I'm not gonna mention the company, but one of the companies that's in the GPU that actually comes with D4. And
that what?
huh?
That what?
That comes with D4.
How the fuck do you get a thing that comes with D4?
You buy a PC part, and it sometimes comes with CD keys for games.
Jesus Christ, yo, give it. Hey, we got a giveaway. Buy it.
Um, and I just like, wait, why are you still giving away D4? They got so many other games out now. Like, why are you giving away D4? Like, what
Because
kind of
it's
backroom deal you guys got going on still?
because you have to remember, fucking Blizzard is the king of. Oh, look at our numbers.
Yeah. So,
So, but
uh,
hey, hit a button if you want him to buy that part so that we could do a giveaway of
no,
D4.
fuck no. Even like that, I wouldn't fucking give it away. I want to subject other people to the bullshit.
Why not? Fuck it.
No.
Again, this has to go with like personal freedoms. If you want to get D4
Okay,
and fuck
personal freedoms. You go buy PlayStation 5, go play D4.
you, I didn't buy a
No,
PS5,
what I'm
and we're not
saying
talking
them. That's the personal freedom.
No, I'm telling you to get to get the PC part that you need to get the D4 so that we could sell it, or not sell it, but give it as a gift.
The truth
Sell it for
comes out. You try to sell it.
sell it for subscribers. That one.
Oh, Hulk ain't like, yo, what's up? You want D4, man, bro? It's a brand new game, bro. You
Who
want it?
wants a
It's like
giveaway? Like,
$20,
no,
bro.
hit a button. Maybe he'll do it. Maybe if we get 500, would you buy the part?
No,
What?
no, I won't. It's on principle. No, I have standards. No.
No, you don't.
Well, it's mostly because the part is trash. If the part is trash, honestly, we're not talking about like a 4090. All right, we're not talking about that. It's a pretty trashy part. I was just like, but it just occurred to me like, what? What kind of weird deal you have that you feel like giving away D4 somehow is gonna boost your ability to like, mind you, there's other graphics cards that are giving away like Space Marine 2, and some of the other games that are out now.
Okay.
But this one specifically is a pretty bad part. And not bad, it's just low tier. Low tier. Low tier. Like low on the totem pole of decent. And they're giving away D4. And I'm saying to myself, like, hmm, why do you. Okay, maybe again, I'm stepping over my own words. Because this could be towards a entry level person who wants just a just an okay graphics card and they also want to play D4. Maybe that's the market they're going for. So I'll take my judgments back. But yeah, they were giving away D4. I was just like, that's the game came out last year. Um, you still be giving it away for a new graphics card? Interesting.
Why not? Probably got the key for pretty cheap.
Yeah, maybe, maybe, maybe. But yeah, no, fuck. One thing I haven't heard anything is about Xbox. I hear more
I
about PlayStation these days than I do about Xbox.
I don't hear shit about either of them, to be completely honest.
Is
Like,
Path on Xbox?
I assume so.
Let me double check this. I don't even know. I mean, on one sense of the argument is, I like the fact that Path is being exposed to new members and new community, and that's always great for Path. I'm just judgmental when it comes to Path. I mean, not Path. You know what I'm talking about. The consoles.
Yeah.
PC, Mac, Xbox One, PlayStation 4. Yeah, it's on Xbox.
Hmm.
Now hold on. GGG, you need to update this. What's wrong with you guys? How disrespectful are you that you still have PS4 and Xbox One on? Isn't there a new Xbox now?
What?
Isn't there an Xbox X or something?
Series X or S or one or something? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the fucking naming schemes of
I know they
those
have
things.
PS4 and they're up to 5. So why hasn't GG updated this? It's on their homepage.
Hmm. I don't know. That what a weird fucking thing.
Oh, unless it wasn't available for PS5 at all.
No, it wasn't. That's why they're making a thing about it coming out on PS5.
Why would they need to? I wonder what kind of what
Console.
optimization they need to do for that to be available, or what kind of money they had to pay actually
Who knows?
to gain entry into the PS5. Because I read, I don't know, this is kind. I read a weird article that I don't know how good or how accurate it is, but that sometimes to get on certain platforms, the developer has to pay money for access,
Yeah.
and for every version of like these consoles, like just because you paid it for the previous one, you have to pay again for the new one to gain access. So oftentimes, a lot of developers don't like doing that. So that might be why, because the PlayStation 5 been out since when? Play PS5 release. Boop 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 boop. November. Wait, what? PS5 has been out since 20. Wait, no, that's PS4. Why are you playing with me, bro? Give me the information. Okay, I'm gonna read this whole thing because apparently I can't read English. PS5 is a home video game console developed by Sony. It was announced to be successful to PS4 in 2019 and it was launched in 2020 in Australia, Japan, New Zealand, North America. So that means it came out 4 years ago, correct?
Yeah, I think.
Okay. When I read that the first time, I'm thinking to myself like that the PS. I don't know. My English is not great, but yeah, 2020. So the PS5 has been out for 4 years, going on five now. So it took them that long. What was that about? Hmm. Am I thinking too hard about this?
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. You got me fucking looking at PC parts now. Because now I'm sitting here thinking about if I were to upgrade my CPU, what would I upgrade it with? And I don't
Oof.
fucking
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. What are you on? Intel?
Yeah, i7 8700K.
Yeah. Um. If you The only route to go is to reach the end of your upgrade path for your motherboard. So
Mm,
stay on your motherboard and go as high as possible in the chipset that you have. Um, that's the only logical route. Now, depending on the price for certain things, that may not be a great route to go to. So, for example, if you keep going upward in the same chip line, but the prices for the high end processor for your current board is almost the same for a mid tier of the new chipset, then it might be more economical to upgrade your motherboard as well. Because that gives you a longer lifespan for upgrades than spending the same amount of money for. Like there's some processors when you start going up the higher ranks ones that make no pricing sense. Like they'd be just astronomically expensive and they don't ever come down. And the reason why they do that is because the company may only make 10 of those chips. So they leave them at like $800 price tags. Intel's been infamous for this. They sometimes leave their really high end like multi-threading processors at really high prices. And even after they bring out their new chipset, they stays at a high price, which is like no one's buying this, bro. You already got a new chipset. Why are you still like not lowering these prices? So this is why they're having a lot of trouble currently in the market. But uh,
okay.
but yeah, I'm genuinely curious as to why it took them so long to for this kind of access. Why did they decide that? I mean, just 4 years. Like, seems just interesting. Like, what? I wonder what's the story behind this. Whether or not it took them a long time to negotiate pricing, or maybe just PlayStation wasn't interested in the title. Maybe this last league was like, "Oh, you getting numbers, bro? Come over here, bro."
So I think why does it want me to go? So hold on, I need to understand something real quick. So are i5s default worse than i7s?
Are i5s worse than D7s?
Then no, are they by default worse than i7s?
Depends on the purpose. So when it comes to single thread things, no. When it comes to multi-thread things, yes. So multi-threading, like processing heavy loads of stuff that require and have enabled multi-threading, which I believe Path does not. Some games do have multi-threading available, so it takes advantage of that. I could be wrong. I don't think Path does. I don't think Path takes it. Wow, my P's are really popping right now. Sorry. My the it Path does not. take advantage of that. So you're not really going to gain specifically more performance from buying a beefy multi-threading processor.
Path of Exile does use multi-threading.
Does it?
Yes,
Oh, okay. Is that with the Vulkan or the new?
I don't know.
Mm.
The post I'm looking at was from August 2023 from the
Oh,
Path of Exile
cool.
website.
I must be very outdated when it comes to Path. I should know that. Path Exile multi-threading. Hmm.
So, why would, for my motherboard, why would it recommend me using an i5 over an i7?
Who's recommended you?
User benchmark.
That's your problem. User benchmark is other players, other people. It's not necessarily, it's the opinions of other players, not necessarily um, like logical routes of upgrades. They
Mm,
use things like opinions and not
all
logical
right,
upgrades.
then I'm just gonna go to the end of the episode. Let everybody know. Press a button. We love you.
We,
Thank you for listening. Thanks for
I'm gonna give
pressing
you
play.
guys an insider for those of you like, wait, don't cut it. He's gonna ask me a bunch of questions about PC upgrades now, right? As soon as we
Nope.
hung up,
I'm gone to the point where you burned out my goodwill on it. I'm just gonna send you my fucking motherboard and be like, what can I have?
uh, I will teach you, my son. I will teach you. Why have I gathered all of this knowledge just to keep? No, I will teach. Oh
I don't
man,
want to be taught. I just want you to do. No, I'm kidding. But everybody, thank you for joining us on our wonderful rambling from subject to subject. We enjoy doing this shit
30
so
minute
fucking.
Kia shit show, and
Yup.
the rest of it was console hating.
It's awesome. It's fun. Fun day. But thank
If you
you.
do play Path on any of these platforms, it's God bless your soul. You're doing God's work.
You know, play what you're gonna play. Play what you on what you want to play it on. Don't. He's a Nazi about it. I'm not. Don't worry. Mr. Coffee won't judge you. Judge you.
Coming from the guy who's played Path by 800 by 60 and seen and would see Shaper in a triangle for like the last 4 years. You could have played it on PlayStation 4 and actually would have seen everything you're doing.
Right.
But you chose to be a master PC master race. I am proud of you.
Well, the thing is I okay. God damn it! Now we're starting this shit back up.
No, close it out,
I
close it out.
I am a PC user because I like having control over my device. I like controlling what's in it. I like learning about it to a small extent. Same
Okay,
reason
yeah, I'm glad you added that one. To a small extent.
to yeah, because there's a limit. There's a fucking limit.
Push it to
Not
the
everybody's
limit.
willing. Not everybody's willing to go and learn everything there is to know about all of these architectures and what changes through the years. I can't. I can't be fucked. I'm sorry, but I enjoy having a PC that is a little more purpose built toward the things that I do. But if you're just a person who wants to play God of War, who wants to fucking play some Devil May Cry, who wants to play some Gran Turismo, some Tekken, or some shit like that, I'm gonna tell you right the fuck now, getting Tekken to work on a PS5 is infinitely easier than it is getting to work on my PC.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm not saying that like I want to move over. No. I'm just saying that along the lines of when you have a PC, sometimes things don't go to plan because it's not a console. Consoles are very specific architecture. They're games, and the game makers, when they make them, they have to make it for that architecture and make tweaks for the architecture so that things run smoothly on that console.
Here's what I'll here's this is what I will end with. My final statement. If you are a true exile, right?
Jesus
Then
Christ!
you
Now
are a
you're
PC maker. And you know why? You know why?
now
You know
now
why?
you're
Wait, let me finish. I ain't finished. Because the same way you play Path is the same way you deal with PC problems. If your build ain't working, you need to throw more money at it. If your PC is not doing good, it's because you need to throw more money at it. That's the simple solution. That is the path way.
that
Okay?
is the pathway.
It needs more divs. All right, this is the issue here. All right, and we're about to close this episode out, and we're about to talk about more divs that are about to be spent on a possible upgrade. All right.
All right, you guys have
Brought
a
that
good
home,
night.
baby. I brought it home. I brought it home.
You brought it home.
All right,
Proud of you.
hit a button. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for subscribing. No major updates. Things are path is kind of dead. End of league stuff, getting achievements, getting all that kind of stuff.
Which
Uh,
reminds me, we have to fucking take time to do that because I need achievements. I'm at 24.
and I'm obligated to help you. So yes, I will take some time this week
Awesome.
and help you if
Achievements.
I
I kind of
must.
want the portal. I almost didn't want the portal, but then as I was looking at it, I kind of want the portal.
I don't ever
I have
complete achievements, or those of you wondering. So yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. But okay, yeah, I'm rolling tape. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.